I was in the back seat and I tried to open the door.
As the car was moving.
Because I just lost it. Yeah, man. Bro. Then they held me, and like I just tried to open.
Was it the shop?
I was do it, and then he's the one that gave the name on that.
All right.
Because he said, because I used to.
What did he say? Orata Monate? Or
no, it's because I had a crush on this girl, and then she used to speak. Like, and she loved it. I used to be like, Monate for me. And then he was like,
for real?
Yo, man, yeah. It's that easy.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, what's the highest amount that you've lost?
No, it wasn't it was about 4. It was about 4 bags. Yeah, it was about 4.
What caused that to happen?
Yeah, it's the only time it happened. No. I've got
man.
Yeah.
Nah, so that happens, and then Monate pushes. Then something happened with Limzo.
Yeah, Limzo, like.
How you doing, bro?
I'm alright, bro.
Thanks for coming on my platform, man.
No, man, like absolutely. As soon as thanks for the invite. The minute that you just, I was like, come on, I have to be there. Yeah. It's so innovative, it's so different. I love it.
I really appreciate it.
This is my first. You know, my first
official
like, come on, like interview. Yeah,
bro, 100%. You gave me my first gig, man.
God, oh yeah.
You don't even know that.
No, because man, so I'll give you. You gave us like you had the talent. You've got the talent, so you brought the talent. It's on the Zekezan, isn't it? Yeah. Like
I was hustling. The first, I think it was Stockwell. Yeah. There was a Mataba or Malita.
Yeah, Mataba. Yeah.
She had a birthday there, and I bought my speakers. I called you and I called Standish, if I remember. Correct. And I was asking about speakers and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And and then eventually the Monate thing happened, and I just took off from there. And never looked back.
Nah, you shut it down. So I think you played more than one.
I played Chelsea. Yeah. Played. Oh, I just can't remember the one where V was shooting.
Oh yeah, that was in Tottenham. Right?
Yes. Yeah. I played that one, and then I played. I can't remember, man. There's a few. I think I played about 4.
Yeah. Are you family? You know that.
Yeah, man.
You always bring that energy. So.
But for someone who doesn't know who is Khaya, bro, like, because we know you as Mr. Monate.
No, I didn't even know that. You just called me. I'm like, no, hey, man. I'm just there.
How would you introduce Khaya?
So complicated. Even for me, not really, but it's like I'm just passionate about music, man. Came to the UK.
Yeah.
It's been a long time now, 2 decades now. You think about it. 2022, born in Sim,
Yeah.
Then went to Mzansi,
Yeah.
Kind of felt like Mzansi's home,
That's it.
Hillbro.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josie.
That's really dope,
what I mean, man. Up and down thingy, and then the UK just. It's been a journey.
Yeah.
You know how it is as immigrants.
Yeah.
It's been a journey.
Yeah.
And just been trying to push the scene. From time Ipswich. We're doing, Ipswich. That's when like Khaya came about really because I
was gonna ask you about the name Khaya Deep.
Yeah.
Is it because you were deep into it?
I actually got the name from one of my boys, rest in peace, Colin Motsamai Bolebat. He was from Rustenburg.
Yeah.
So we used to do these parties at the farm.
Okay.
In Ipswich, and the scene was, so different. As you can, you've been here, you've been around for a while. Yeah. It was so different. It wasn't like.
So music has always been like your thing.
Yeah, it's always been my thing. Music kept me alive without realizing it. Like when you go through those periods in life where you're just doing, I lost my parents, when I was young, but music, I was listening to like Tupac.
How old were you when you lost your parents?
Man, I lost my mom's when I was 14, just about turned 15.
Yeah.
And then my dad a couple of years after that. Okay. So I needed direction,
Yeah.
And I got it from the lyrics, and then we're listening to, like Uzola, stuff like the Mdrem Band. It just made you. It kind of, you felt like you're not alone.
Kwaito,
the Kwaito phase. It was like, it really like it helped me, resonated a lot with me. And then hip hop was big at the same time, like Tupac and that.
Yeah, because we look more to American artists, don't we?
Absolutely.
We listen to like Tupac,
Absolutely.
Eminem, Biggie.
Yeah, because even like the the radio streams were mostly it was difficult to. That's what they were pushing. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, about losing your parents, did you have any brothers? Do you have any sisters at that point?
Yeah. So I got two. Well, I've got one brother still alive. Yeah, it's my young brother Ferdinand. Okay. Yeah, he's like he's 7 years younger than me.
So what? Are you the youngest?
No, I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle. And my young brother Ferdinand, he's the youngest. Then my late brother Frederick. F. And then Khaya's like my alter ego, my middle thing. So yeah. So Fidi. Yeah. Frederick Ferdinand. Yeah. And then he passed away. He passed away in Joburg. He passed away in Hillbrook. Yeah. Okay. So I was about what now? Time flies, but still cuts deep. It was about 9 years.
9 years.
And
how did you deal with his passing away? Like, was it?
I was in your area. Of the South End.
Really?
When I got
so you were here and then he was like back home.
Yeah, some stuff had happened here, man. It was all unfortunate. A lot of things happened. A lot of things happened here. Sometimes you lose. These things happen.
Wild.
Things I can't talk about, obviously.
Yeah.
But things happened, and then I was in a situation here.
Yeah.
And luckily I had my boys around me, man. My friends are like family. They were around me when I was going through what I was going through.
Okay, cool.
And then I got the
call.
Then we got the call, and we're on our way to South End.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a party in South End.
Okay.
And then I got the call, and oh man, it just shut. It was sudden anyway. It wasn't like one of those where it took like 5 months or whatever. It literally was like from one day just hearing this happened, and then the next day
he was gone.
He was gone. And
so who's giving you the call at this time? Like,
at this time, it's his best friend.
Okay.
It's my brother's best friend. It's Muzi. Yeah, he at that time. Yeah, the best friend in Joburg, and he called me, and it's weird, but you can tell from someone's voice when something is not right. And just the whole day, something just wasn't right. And I got the call. It was about 7 or 8 p.m. And I was in a car, literally, and I tried. I mean, it was so crazy. I tried to open the door. No, luckily, I was in the back seat, and I tried to open the door.
As the car was moving,
because I just lost it. Yeah, man. Then they held me, and I just tried to open it.
Was it the shock?
I was in shock, man. Like, after I lost my parents, right, he became like father figure.
Yeah, father figure to you.
You know what I mean? Like,
because he's the older brother, obviously. Yeah.
He did. I mean, everything.
Yeah.
Everything. There's nothing. That's why it cut deep. A lot of people think like, but this hit. It's weird, but when I lost my parents, I was quite young.
Yeah.
So
you didn't feel it that much.
It took. How can I say it took a while. It hit hard.
Yeah.
But after that, I thought never for a second will I lose my brother before me. I thought, if anything, I'll be the first one to go.
Because he's the older one.
Yeah, not him. And that just blew me. It hit me even maybe like 2-3 times as hard as it did when I lost my parents. So I just I was messed up.
Oh, that's crazy, man.
I was messed up for a while.
I could imagine, because sometimes when you lose someone, people don't understand how close you were to that person, and even when you cry or whatever. Like, I remember when I lost my cousin, no one understood. They were like, "Yeah, he's gone." I was like, "No, bro.
He's not."
I used to do everything with this person. Yeah.
That's what it's about. Rest his soul, the cousin. But it's like no one will get it. It's quite worrying sometimes. I sit there and I look at my friends sometimes. I look at him and I'm like, because I've been through a lot of loss. It's not just that. I lost my best friend as well. My best friend when I was like 17. He got assaulted. He got hit, and
bro, you've seen some stuff.
Yeah, some mad shit, man. So sorry if I'm not
saying. No, it's alright. It's a podcast. You can swear. It's cool. Yeah, it's cool.
So it's like when you grow up around tragedy and stuff like that. I'm not saying it. it doesn't numb you. I mean, each time it's a hit.
Happens,
it's a hit. But then you start also worrying, because now I look at some of my friends, like the older.
Yeah.
They're lucky enough, they're blessed enough to never have gone through some of the stuff, like losing a lot of people.
Yeah.
But in that sense as well, it's so painful, because I'm like, I pray for them every day, and I'm like, I wish you understood just how much you gotta cherish this, because when that day comes, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, man, touch wood. I haven't lost any of my siblings. I haven't lost my mom, my dad. And the day when it comes, I don't know how I'm gonna react to it. You know what I mean?
You never. I don't think
you can't prepare for it.
All you have to do, is only advice I ever give people is to live every day. Like, you gotta appreciate everybody, man. Like 100%.
That's true,
people
man.
that you care about. Yeah.
Let's jump straight into it. But I'm really sorry about your brother.
No, thank you. I appreciate it,
man. Let's get straight into the music thing, man. Because I'm thinking, you've got MONATE. MONATE is going now, but what's the history of MONATE? Because I think the one that I came to must have been like I think Julian Gomez. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, that's at the park.
At the park.
Kennington
I don't
Park.
know if it's the third one or the fourth one. How far were you into MONATE?
That was the second year.
Second year.
That was 2000 and. No, that's the third. No, that's 2016, something like that.
Yeah, it must have been
third year. 16, I think. 15,
probably,
16.
Probably, yeah. I can't.
MONATE was like chilling. At one of our boys, Tulani.
Okay.
Tools' apartment in Dalston.
Yeah.
And now we're frustrated because like we couldn't go anywhere. We couldn't go to gigs.
So at this point, there's no MONATE.
There's no MONATE.
You just regular guys, just having fun. Yeah.
Having fun. Just chilling every weekend.
Yeah.
And he was so accommodating. And we're like, we all go chill there. I mean, we're chilling sometimes Friday till Sunday.
Yeah.
Till he has to kick us out. He's like, nah, guys.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
Yeah.
But, we're playing just deep house and, we're playing some serious music. Everyone would contribute. Everyone would like come at some point.
Yeah.
Someone would, play something. You're like, what? What is this?
What is this? Yeah.
And it got to a point where, we're like, wait a minute. But what's happening now goes back to my late brother.
Yeah.
So I call Fred up. And I'm like, man, you know what? I think I want to come back. I'd gone through a phase and I was like, I want to come back to Joburg. I was like,
So you wanted to
go back? I wanted to go back. He's like, why? What's up? He's like, why you went there? You went there to hustle, to make, to make something of yourself, because it's not that easy here, and what we've been through.
Yeah.
So he couldn't understand it, and I literally just said to him, simply, I said, man.
Yeah.
There's no places for me to enjoy, to groove, and walk.
Yeah.
And he's like, why don't you start your own? He said it. And what had happened at that point was because the guys who were doing some serious gigs at that point had left. Guys like Selector.
Okay.
And like gigs that resonated.
Yeah.
And you remember the 2-year holiday working visa?
Yes.
That had finished.
Yeah.
So a lot of people have gone back.
Home. All right, I got you.
A lot of people are going back. A lot of some amazing promoters like Selector, like Swing Entertainment, Zed and Gibson and them. Guys who brought Malika first and whatever.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Damn.
So you went from having such amazing gigs, we're doing the Slick Management board parties, to nothing. Absolutely nothing. And that was hard. So, you go to that phase and then we're like, then my brother said,
why don't you do your own thing? Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay. But he's like, start it.
Yeah.
Do it. And then he's the one that gave the name on that.
All right.
Because he said, because I used to...
What did he say? Orata MONATE? Or
no, it's because I had a crush on this girl, and then she used to speak. And she loved it. I used to be like, MONATE for me. And then he was like, you love it. Why don't you call him MONATE? I was done.
That's crazy.
And then I called.
Is her name MONATE or she was talking MONATE? Like?
She was talking
MONATE. Yeah.
I was like, no, her name wasn't MONATE.
Okay. So the idea comes in, like your brother gives you that. Who do you call first? Do you say to him
Z?
Yeah.
I call him Z because I'm chilling with Z every day at that point, but we are literally as frustrated. We're frustrated in the same sense. He's like really frustrated. He's like, nah, man.
Yeah.
Like we've got to do something. So I told him, I said, look, Fred's saying let's start this.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm in. I mean,
immediately.
Didn't even have to convince him. I'm in.
Had you been friends with Mzi for quite a long time at that point?
Yeah, I've been friends with Mzi for.
Okay,
yeah,
that makes sense. That's a story for another day.
Yeah, but I'll touch on it quickly because when I was in the army, in the British Army. So I was in the army. I went through this phase. I was just working a lot. Then a mutual acquaintance brought Mzi over to where I was staying.
Oh, okay.
And then I would just.
Mzi was in the army, or is
no,
somebody that you?
No, someone that I know, like on the scene, on the SA scene, came over to my place, on the army quarters.
Yeah.
And they were like, yo, let me introduce you to Mzi.
To this guy.
To this guy. Yeah, he was in the army. And I would just click, man. This is the time when Mzi had blonde hair.
Yeah. I've seen some of his pictures. He's like, young, fresh.
I mean, like,
yeah,
we just clicked, man. And, you know, we had drinks. He stayed overnight. You know, when you meet someone for the first time, and they're like, I'm going. And then I'm like, why you gotta go, man? Let's chill.
Let's chill, yeah.
They wake up in the morning, we're having steaks. It ended up being 3 days, man. We're chilling.
Nice one.
So, yeah, so Mzi, we from then on, we were just like brothers, man. And then called him.
Yeah.
Then we worked out, obviously, we need DJs.
Yeah.
And
did you know how to DJ at that time?
Yeah. No, I
okay,
started. I mean, I'd learned the Ipswich Farms.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, my boy Colin. His name was Stokoli. Yeah. I mean, hey, the parties there were crazy.
Is it?
Yeah.
What did you start on? Did you start on CDs, on vinyl?
Vinyl. So Techniques 1200.
Okay.
Yeah, but I used to find it so difficult, man. Slowing down that needle was not easy, bro.
Right.
So then CDJs just came out.
Yeah.
CDJs would come up with expensive, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then at the farm we started hiring.
Oh, okay.
Because the first gig, 300 people showed up. And it was free. It was at a farm.
Yeah.
And he was a vet tech.
Oh, okay.
So on weekends there's no one. There's only chickens in the all he has to do. Yeah, then people stay over the weekend. They bring their own booze. We're grooving.
That's dope.
Yeah, it was fantastic. And so I started. That's when I learned how to DJ.
Okay.
So I had the basis of DJing at that point.
So it's you speak to Mzi. You're like, yo, dude, let's start our own thing. We're gonna call this thing MONATE. Where's your first gig now? Who's your first DJ?
So our first DJ, I know we call Logic, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm on YouTube. I see there's Limzo streaming. Limzo was streaming quite a lot there.
Yeah.
But I realized that obviously he's UK. You know, you can tell on YouTube.
Oh, you didn't know Limzo?
No.
So you saw on YouTube, and then what about Logic?
No, Logic.
Oh, you knew him?
Brothers, yeah. Same way. I'd known him prior to that, like the way I met Mzi.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were like, well, cool. But he was aspiring to be a DJ. He was really good with music. He knew how to catch the sound.
Okay. Who is this, Logic or?
Logic.
Okay.
And then we convinced him. We're like, bro, you know
you can do this.
You can do this. Then he's like, all right, let me give it a shot.
Yeah.
Boom, that was it.
It happened.
Yeah.
So it's you, Mzi, Logic, Limzo.
Limzo was like, yeah, no problem. Then he's like, let's do it, you know. And then we Anambra.
Okay.
In Angel.
So is that the first?
That's the very first MONATE. Like, we didn't even know about gigs. We didn't even know how to do an event.
Yeah.
So we called up a venue. Didn't know how to promote. Didn't know nothing. It was amazing.
And how was the first MONATE? Did people turn up? Did you get a big?
People turned up.
Reception?
It was. I think that one was almost sold out.
Yeah.
The second one was sold out.
Okay.
But the first one was almost sold out. It's just word of mouth. The Whisper campaign. People underestimate it.
No, but like you're saying, because it had dropped down, people have gone home.
Exactly.
There's nowhere to go.
There's nowhere to go.
And then people just had this thing. They're like, yeah, we're going there.
Yeah.
And the DJs is what? Logic and
Limzo only.
Only.
Because at that point, anyway, we can only afford to pay Logic and Limzo. And no, we weren't even paying them. No.
Yeah.
Let me be honest here. We weren't even paying
them.
Within
budget.
They were
like
doing
boys.
It. Bro, they were doing it from the heart.
But did they see the vision? 100%. Or did you see the vision? Did you?
I mean, we all saw the vision.
Yeah.
Like, we saw it. We were like, if we can make this pop, this could be something serious. But we weren't doing it for the monetary terms. That's genuine. We're all working.
Yeah. It was like that free time to get together.
Yeah, we're just like, this is like
people.
When we left Tools' house, right? We were so happy. We like want to give this to people as well.
Yeah.
But also, the sound needs to. More people need to hear about good music. There was deep. I was deep house. We only. I was deep house only. So yeah.
So was Logic senior, and was your name, was it Khaya Deep?
Yeah.
And
all
Limzo,
kinds of amalgam.
Limzo?
Limzo was Limzo.
Yeah.
Logic was Logic.
Yeah.
Mostly Logic, and then it started building up the Logic senior.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
from what I remember. Khaya was Khaya Deep. Yeah, and then again I got the name from one of my boys, the one who passed away, Stakoli. So, yeah, but then I enjoyed more like making the event possibility. The DJing, I loved it. The basics, don't get me wrong, but it's not me. Like if I needed to go to cover a set, I'll do it. But I'd rather be the one making sure there's no water on the floors, and like people are coming in,
things and make sure that people are
with the Z, same thing. Yeah, that's the organizational part of it. That's what I enjoy.
Do you know the first one I came, Mzi, I knew him as the guy who does the meat. I don't know if he just liked it or you guys just assigned him there or he just happened to be there. Like the first time I saw him, he was frying meat.
Yeah.
And then the second time,
that was
yeah. And he just looked like he's enjoying himself. Like he's cool.
No, he's very adaptive. You know, that's Mzi. Mzi will do whatever needs to be done, and he's like me. That's why we got along. That's why he's the best, like #1 person I've ever worked with in business. And
so. You do the first one, you do the second one, you do the third one, which is the one with Gillian Gomez. That's the one I remember. Yeah. And then I don't know if you done Manchester or was it?
No, Manchester. Yeah, Manchester was like after. It was Moby Dixon.
Yeah.
That was, I think, that was a few years after. I think at that point we were now like, okay, this is what we want to do.
Oh yeah, I remember the Moby Dixon because he was in Manchester.
We did London, Manchester.
Then he came to Dagenham.
Yeah, Dagenham.
Yes.
Yeah, your memory is so good.
I remember that one. It was dope, man. Yeah. So that happens, and then MONATE pushes. Then something happened with Limzo.
Yeah, so Limzo, like, you know, sometimes people want to pursue their own what they're doing, and that's fine. And probably, you know, we were also in limbo. We didn't know what we're trying to do. Okay. Yeah, like, you know, we're all trying to find ourselves. You know, you got to think, like I said, like we never got into this to make money.
Yeah.
But while we're doing it, we realized, okay,
we
can make some money here. You know.
Was there any problems in terms of shares, money, who gets how much, who gets this, or did you guys manage to work that out?
No.
Okay, there was no problem.
We worked that out. We worked that out because you know, one thing I've always been passionate about is understanding the business model. Yeah. The business model is that in hospitality or entertainment, you know, 60% of businesses fail within the first 3 years.
Yeah.
I've always known that, because I'm passionate about food. I've always known about restaurants and stuff, and hospitality and entertainment. Yeah. So it wasn't a rush. Okay. But obviously, you know, you also want your people that you're working with to eat hard and to go. So how can I put it? If it's not happening fast enough, you know, you can't expect that somebody, you have to enclose them and be like, hey, I need you to be here to understand that. No.
And they might have other passions and other interests. Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, and that's, you know, that's also the beauty of that we have built this on friendship.
When you start the business, like the MONATE thing and whatnot, what kind of problems did you come across? Like, what kind of challenges that you didn't anticipate? Because in your head, it looked different, maybe.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, so what kind of challenges did you come across and you thought, oh, shit?
I mean, not being taken seriously. I think that was the difficult part. By a lot of people, like even the venue owners. Yeah. It was very difficult. Getting venues.
Oh, okay.
Getting venues was extremely difficult. You know, you got to think, like, some of these people, they're clearing 5,000, 6,000 bar spends on a Saturday.
Yeah. We're
just starting. So we've got to guarantee that. And not only that, it also gets into the racial aspect of it.
Yeah.
Where people are thinking like, hang on, these
black boys,
and not even black boys, not black British boys, we're immigrants, man. You know, like they will know we're doing a gig. We're not gonna shy away from it. Yeah. We'll be honest and say it's gonna be a South African night. We're doing this. At that point, no one wants to touch a South African night. Because all they associate in South Africa with is violence. They're associating South Africa with stabbings. They don't know anything about that.
And everything like that. Yeah.
They don't know anything about that. They don't understand it, and they also don't understand that house music, the genre, is totally different from like hip hop and R&B. They look at you and they just think, oh no, these are black guys. Yeah. To the point we started having to lie.
Like just lie.
I got my boys that I met from the army. I tell them, they call the venue. They're the phrase. Yeah. They get the venue. They do the contracts. MONATE plays. Then on the night, that's when people are like, oh my god.
Oh, so they see it now.
They see it now. Then they're like, whoa, do you guys want another night?
Yeah.
And you know,
and that's when you know you got them.
Like, that's when you know. And And that was very difficult. It was very difficult because, you know, you just start feeling like the world has got to be better than this. Like, you know, you don't have to go through stuff like that. But we did. And then you also got that part of learning the business, because we're not business people per se. We're learning.
You're learning as you go along.
As we go. So whatever mistake you make, it's on you. Yeah.
What about working with DJs? Was there any people that were hard to work with? Were there any people that made your job easier?
Oh, well, that
when it
second
comes to
one.
booking,
Yeah, like yourself. Come on, man. You know this. How many times I just pick up the call and ask you and be like, yo, bruh, can you this? Sometimes maybe even budgets that you couldn't work with, but you'd work with them because you understood what we're trying to build.
In your words, what does it take to be a promoter? Like, when it comes to
do you know what? See, I've always not liked the word promoter because I don't know. It's like anyone can promote. You know, never want to be promoted. Promoter genuinely means you promote. It's just there. You can take anything and advertise it. You're like the middleman of that.
Okay.
That's what I feel a promoter is. I could be wrong. Yeah. But you know, you get DJs, you get a venue, you do a gig.
Yeah. Is that a promoter?
That's what I feel a promoter is.
Okay.
But we were entrepreneurs, like, and we were artisans. We were building it from ground up.
Yeah.
We were, you know, we were the DJs. Yeah. We were locating curating the actual night from the beginning to the start. Like, not just necessarily saying, oh, you know, and building the brand. Like, you know, the brand. MONATE is a brand. Yeah. You know, and we wanted to build a cult following. Promoters don't build cult followings. Promoters want, I mean, if there's a new trend happening right now, they're gonna go with it.
That's it.
Because they're gonna promote that trend.
Yeah.
So, you know, it made things a lot easier for us to understand what the business model was. We were like, oh, do you know something? We want to be a cult following. We want to be a brand. Yeah. So we didn't look at ourselves like promoters. So which is why it's hard for me, because never promoted anything else except MONATE.
Yeah. So would you say event organizer? Is that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably.
An event organizer.
Event organizer, but it makes it easier because it's now like there's certain things we just know what to do. Yeah. You know, without even batting our eyelids, just because we're promoting this, like, well, going back to promoting, we are promoting the same event.
So basically, you end up doing the promotion work because you are everything. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, everything.
The CEO, you
do the food, the music,
the promoting.
Security, you know what I mean? We've got our own guys with SIA licenses. We're not going to another agency and saying, well, you know what I mean? You know, I'm SIA. I've got an SIA, you know, license and stuff like that. We're trying to do everything to amalgamate it to a point that we don't have to be spending a lot of money to do different things. Whereas normally with promoters, it's difficult. I think it's more difficult to be a promoter. Because then you've now got to adapt to every single thing. You know, this event, okay, you're doing something new. Yeah. You know, but when you've got a brand, then people just know, it becomes a lot easier. Yeah. And you've got that cult following where people just know, oh, okay, so it's those guys, then let's do it.
So when you do the MONATE thing, like pushing the business and whatnot, when does it ever go to a point to you where you kind of thought, nah, this is too much? Or has it ever got to that point?
Oh, you lost 3,500.
For real?
Yo, man, yeah. It's that easy.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, like, what's the highest amount that you've lost trying to make it?
It was about 4 bags. Yeah, it was about 4.
What caused that to happen?
Yeah, it's the only time it happened. No. I've got you see, competition. Sometimes you go in blindsided and you're young and you're thinking, because you're now getting cockier. And you're like, you know,
we can do this and whatnot.
So every time when we're like, oh no, we run London, it's not trying to step on anybody's toes. Just like it's a little slogan because, you know, we're London boys, we've been here in the streets for years, man.
You get misunderstood a lot as well. Anyway, we'll touch into the misunderstood. Tell me more about the money thing. So, like, how does that happen?
So we brought Shimza. Yeah. We brought Shimza on the same day of Shimza. No, a few days before that. Yeah. Heavy K flyer drops. Like Heavy K at that point is Heavy K. I mean, you know, like,
drum balls.
And it was just business. Yeah. Most people went to Heavy K. Yeah. It was an amazing learning curve. Wow. I mean, MONATE never made a loss. Never made a loss at all.
So when you make the loss, did everybody chip in? What are you saying to the guys? Do they understand? Is there somebody saying, I want my money, I'm out?
No. Okay. So the good part is that, man, like, it was built on, we understood each other, you know what I mean? At that point, me and Z were managing MONATE. We were running MONATE. So, we're like, loss is a loss, man.
Yeah.
That's how it is in business, how it is on the street. Sometimes you win some, you lose some. But it's painful. Because it's 4,000. At that time, we're talking like, you know, that was 2016?
Yeah. Still a lot of money.
It's still a lot of money, but because then we were literally still trying to build it.
Yeah.
It felt like even more.
But you didn't see it coming though. Did you know the date?
No.
Did it? At what point did you realize that? Oh shit!
When the flyer dropped. Damn. So we know we're getting calls, and getting calls, and then people are like, "Yo, you just see what's happened." Like what? Like
that's
4 or 5 days. 4 or 5 days before MONATE. And you know our culture. Our culture doesn't buy tickets until the last minute.
Yeah.
So
and then they started.
They went.
Right.
They didn't understand it. They had to. They went. They went to Heavy K. I think Heavy K was in Leeds.
Yeah. And when that happened, did you think, nah, fuck this shit?
No. Stopping was never an option.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, we'll learn from this. You know, sat and we're like, okay, we need to work stuff. We need to like, how can I say? We need to make sure that we don't get to this point again.
Yeah.
How can we fix it?
Yeah.
But we cried about that 4 bags. I
could imagine, bro.
We bought a bottle of whiskey. Yeah. We sat and we just all our heads were like, shit. You know, because at that point, you know, you got to think Shimza was, come on. Getting Shimza, you just come from playing at June.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was the one, you know, in Touchwood, it was the one and only, like, major loss. And probably the only loss.
Yeah.
School.
Were you like the interruptive guy like at school?
No, not even. I didn't engage. I was quiet. Like, but they see when I come my homework and I perform really well. Like, you don't talk, you don't what, but because I was dealing with stuff, you know, like, you know, my uncle died. He died next to me on my chest. Then I was falling. I'd gone visiting. I fell asleep, and he started convulsing. And you know, my young brother was next to me. Yeah. 3 of us were sharing a bed at that point. And in Blawai, in the skies, and I was a kid, man, and he convulsed, and I'm the one that ran. I had to run to Kulimani Shopping Center, man, to what you call it, as a kid, you know, stuff, and it does traumatize you.
Trauma, bro. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
It does traumatize you, you know, and it does traumatize you. You just not like you're not used to it, but you just start expecting that you're gonna be the next, you know. Then my best friend, you know, he was 17. You know, and they cracked his head.
Damn.
Literally cracked his head, and he died. They hit him that hard. And then, you know, I've lost my mom, I've lost my dad and stuff. So,
are you afraid, like, of losing people now? Do you, like, always watch?
No, I'm not afraid of losing people because I'm aware that it's inevitable. It's going to happen, but I utilize every moment. That's why a lot of people are like, hey, man, you do a lot, or I'm up and down, or they're like, yeah, whatever I've got, man. If I've got what I've got and I can help someone that I love, I'll do it, because time is not
These are
promised.
the kind of things that need therapy, because we don't talk about therapy a lot, man. Have you ever been to
Absolutely.
Like, therapy?
I went to therapy, and, you know, I couldn't relate to it. I couldn't relate to it, I think also maybe culturally. I was just, you know, I'd come here and I was experiencing a lot of difference, you know, the way the UK works and stuff like that. At an older age, I did then go back and spoke to some people, but the army was some good therapy for me. And I also learned that, you know, everyone therapizes differently.
Yeah, and, that's true.
Sometimes why you see, sometimes I'm just like I'm my outbursts. You know, it's just me talking. I'm not aiming it at, like, you know, like someone, but it's like I don't want to keep stuff in, because there's not a lot of time. You know, time is not promised. So yeah.
All right. Going back to the game, let's see. Would you rather play?
That man, that's crazy.
If you were DJing,
would
you rather play a shit set in front of Black Coffee, DJ Fresh, and Vinny, or would you rather shit yourself on your wedding?
I'd rather play a shit set.
in front of Vinny.
Yeah.
Fresh.
100%.
And coffee.
Yeah, wedding, that's going to be a day like, you know, it's not...
Your missus won't forgive you.
Yeah, never forgive me. And obviously, yeah, no chance.
Okay. If cheating was to happen, would you rather find her in bed with another guy, or would you rather she find you with another girl? So would you rather bust there like, yo, what's going on? Or would you rather it's the other way around?
Man, these are fantastic questions. These are questions I've never thought about. But I also have easy answers to them.
Yeah.
There's no man who wants to find his woman with another guy. You know there's no there's no man who wants to do that.
No, that's dope, man. Yeah. How do you feel about loyalty between friends? Like bro code and whatnot. Has anyone ever broken the code? If anyone breaks the code, would you forgive them?
Nah, but it depends to what extent. Bro, let me tell you, loyalty will keep you alive, will kill you. You know what I mean? Like, that's something that I've learned. Like, it's that deep. I'm not talking about silly things. Yeah. But I'm saying that we're older now, you know. We've got families we've got to look after and stuff. And the only way you got to build with people around you. You got to have a strong team. You got to have strong people that protect you. Yeah. It's just how it is. And I learned that as well, especially, you know, the UK is a very lonely place if you haven't got, you know, we don't have extended families here. We've got like maybe immediate family, but you don't have that, you know, when you're back home, kind of like if you have a problem, you can even go sit with your uncle for thinking. Most of the people here, they don't have that. So friends become that extended family. Yeah. And your boys, or even for girls, you know, same thing. But loyalty is so important. You can't build a lot. If someone lets you down, it's highly unlikely that they're not going to let you down again. Yeah. And it keeps happening. It's a repetitive pattern. Yeah. And it can affect you, and it will affect the people that you love. That's true. So I'm not, like, when it comes to that, I'm very serious, because my boys are the ones who also help me still be here. Yeah. A lot of people did some great things for me. So for me, I don't even look at them like they're my boy. I look at them like they're my black.
No, that's true. So let's get into Amapiano.
Oh yeah.
The Yanos. What do you think of Amapiano? The Amapiano scene?
Crazy. It's just doing its thing. It's done its thing. It's
When it came in, when did you realize that? Oh, flip.
I wasn't shocked by it.
Is it?
Because I kind of knew. I wasn't shocked that it was going to get to where it is, but I was more shocked at how the world received it. Yeah. I mean, I thought it was, you know, I was like, no. I mean, guys like, you know, I was going to Pretoria. MFR Souls were DJing at Morocco. We're talking years ago. Yeah. They were still, you know, the BPM was piano, and the tracks were kind of the format of piano. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Would you say it was deep at that time?
It was deep, but also, also mid-tempo. Yeah. You know, you've got mid-tempo, but...
The Glenn Lewis.
Exactly. Yeah. It's quite close. It's quite similar. So when the Yanos came out, and, you know, they got that you know, that... I don't even know what instrument that is. That from Kwaito as well. You know, like when Drew was singing...
the log drum?
Yeah,
you're talking about the log drum. Yeah.
I kind of, you know, I was like, yeah, man, hey, the sound... They've adapted the sound. Yeah. It's nice, but I didn't think the world would receive it in that way. That did shock me.
Because we had Kwaito, kind of like, all right, cool. Yeah. And then there was like the pop, Malaika, Mafizolo, and the Gom phase. Exactly. Like, okay, cool. Yeah. Why do you think people didn't resonate that much with Gom? Because it did flourish, but not the same as the Yanos, bro. There's something about the Yanos that just, hey, bro. I also think it's the tempo. You reckon?
The tempo, you know, more chilled beats, right? Yeah. I think more receptive, because it's like house music. Yeah. When you're playing house, you know, at the BPM like 125, 126 BPM, it encourages you to want to be live, to dance, to want to what? You know what I mean? When you're playing laid back tunes like Sunday Chillers or what, you have more time to receive it, and you also have more time to listen to the vocals, or if there's no vocals, you have more time just to. It's like more ambient music, you know, and people, that's what I think. It's my personal opinion. It's not, it's not fact. But I think that's what was quite, that helped it a lot.
How do you feel about the tempo of the Amapiano been filtered with? Like somebody playing Amapiano at 120.
Yeah, that's nonsense.
Why do people do that? Like,
it's nonsense. I mean, it's borderline. Can't say disrespect, but in a term, it is. It's because you're trying to change the genre. You're trying to change the artistry. The artist works hard to make that. Okay, if you want to remix a track, no problem, remix it.
Yeah.
But playing a track at the wrong BPM, the wrong tempo, just because you want to pump in as many tracks as you want, or just because you want it to sound like something else. I think that's terrible. Yeah. And it gives people a bad experience of what they think is a South African music, and they come there and they think, oh, so when they go to a next event and they hear the piano's being played at a proper genre, at a proper BPM and stuff, they can't resonate with. They're confused. Yeah. So that's just wrong.
Where do you see the Ianos in, like, I don't know, what are we now, 2022?
Yeah.
5 years. So in your opinion?
So in my opinion, my personal opinion, this is where people want to.
I don't want you to get slaughtered, bro.
This is where people want to slaughter me. You know, my personal opinion. So I was making bets with my boys.
Yeah.
I was like, guys, you know what? No, the Ianos are not gonna. They were like, no, the Ianos are gonna last. For forever, and I said no. Look at it.
Pushing it.
Forever is pushing it, or they were like they're gonna be here for like a long time. I said no. The reason for this is look at the predecessors, the predecessing genres.
Yeah.
Look at Kwaito. Look at things. I mean, at one point we even
African
demarcate tribal house.
Yes.
It wasn't even just house.
Yeah, it was tribal
house. You know what I mean?
And then Afro house.
Then Afro house, and then this and soulful house. Yeah. It's like. That's what it is. That's what I believe. It's an amazing sound.
Yeah.
But of course, it's got its punch, and I also believe that everything always goes back to house music.
Yeah.
It always goes back to house, bro. Like it's the foundation.
Do you think it'll be like a different house? Because you can't go back to like Afro house.
No.
There's never been a point where we go back.
No, we don't go back. Always go forward.
Yeah.
I think it will amalgamate into something else.
How many years are you giving it? I'm gonna write this down, record it.
Oh my god!
Khaya of MONATE said.
No, that would be bad for me to say. I give it this time because there's a lot of talent out there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talented people, but I just think that people are already. There's a lot of people. I'm not saying everybody. There's a lot of people that are already yearning for something because that's how the Mzansi sound is. It comes. Home comes in, next thing comes in. People, so when you have an influx too much of something, you're always gonna create a vacuum of something else. So someone's bringing something else right now.
Yeah.
There's people that are now like
they're cooking, like they're trying to
like I'm saying, like the gifters.
Yeah.
Like his tempo is not too far off from that, but he's using it different ways. Yes.
Yeah.
So I won't put a time, but I'm not gonna say like it will be around for
a long time.
For a long time.
When it comes to the Ianos, who are you fucking with? Like, who's your? I don't want to do the top 5. What? I just want to randomly say.
Yeah, no. So true, man.
For me, it's Young Stunner, bro.
Young Stunner. Oh man, he's
every time he jumps on a track. It's
he makes it.
There's Mutinyana there going on.
Energy. Yeah. No, Young Stunner. He just brings the whole. I mean, it's different. Absolutely.
And I heard he's dangerous with the pen as well.
Okay, he's writing his. I didn't even know that.
I heard his.
And that's another.
And that came from KO. Imagine.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
KO. Yeah. Legend.
But he's managed to stay.
KO's come on. KO's a legend.
Damn.
KO's a legend.
So you reckon Central?
True. Young Stunner.
Central abantwana like ladies.
Yeah, man. Central. There's a lot, man. There's a lot of producers. Rose and stuff like that. I do, Yeah.
What do you think of Kabza and Mapori?
Legends, obviously.
Yeah.
You gotta be. I mean, you can't deny that they did what they did. They took the sound to the world. They helped take the sound to the world. Pori's been before pianos.
Yeah.
So I don't look at Pori like
Pori pushed every genre.
He pushed every genre.
There was a time where he was getting frustrated that he's not being recognized. But now with the Ianos,
then he owns the Ianos. And that's amazing. Like everything has its time. But if you ask me, Pori, like I know Pori before. For me, I fell in love with Pori before.
Yeah.
The Ianos, when he was even remixing, doing stuff with Wizkid and stuff like that.
Yes.
That's crazy artistry.
Yeah.
Kabza, you can't,
legend,
legend, bro. Those are the guys. They're like The genre owes them a lot, obviously, for exposing it to things. So you can't fault them. You can't say nothing bad.
And when it comes to music, is there any instrument that you wish you could play, or do you play
piano?
Piano?
I've just started taking piano. I
like the way you say piano is like Amapiano.
Oh, the piano, yeah. It's only because I've always just thought, like, you know, I find the actual piano itself calming, like the sound of it. Yeah, and thinking I've got big fingers, big thumbs, and big hands. Everyone's always like, yo. So I was like, I figured maybe I can thrive on this. So yeah.
Do you think there's still space for Afro house? What do you think of that?
Man, you see, again, my own personal opinion. This might stir up a few people, but I have to be real, you know, and it would be a disservice to you if I don't say what I feel. Yeah, bro, like Afro house was given a name by the people, by external people. Okay, you don't go to Joburg and you see there's a gig there that says Afro house. Yeah, you don't go to Durban and say there's a gig that's called Afro house. Yeah, no. The external people gave that track Afro House. They gave that sound Afro House. It encapsulates a lot of sounds. Yeah. Okay. So it's not an. I don't know. Yeah. For me, I never actually enjoyed recognizing the fact that people say Afro House. You know what I mean? Like, it's house music, bro. It's house music. Yes, you might have deep house. You might have, you know, tribal house. You might have soulful house. You know, like when you go on Traxsource or what. But the external forces, they wanted to take that to label it what they want to label it. Yeah. And unfortunately, if you do that, you don't own the culture. Yeah. And the culture moves and it goes, and you're now trying to stick with that culture, and then it becomes difficult because you've now classed yourself as this is what we just played. This is just a genre. But it's difficult now because, you know, to as you say, the Ianos are absolutely amazing. They've done this. Then to go back to that fast pace all night. Some people like it, but I think some people find it very hard. Which is why now the other DJs, like I'm saying, the Giftos and what, they've worked out. Okay, so let's do house music, but let's slow it down. Let's keep it in that sense. Even like Moby Dixon's
I've heard some of his features.
He's got a mad track when house was house, but the drum, you know, it might sound like it's fast, but the intervals of it is low. You know, it's
still within the range. Yeah,
there's not a lot of how can I say? There's not a lot of activity going on. Like that's what was happening with a lot of Afro house, and you know, a lot of people think are now also understanding that they want, for now, they want things a bit more chill. So I don't know. I don't know whether how much longer or Afro house.
Nah, that's fair enough, man. Nearly running out of time. I would have loved to have so much time with you, bro.
I could stay here all day.
Yeah, I would have loved to have a good time with you, man. Yeah. Is there anything that in the industry? I wanted to ask you this. Do you think you personally, you're getting enough recognition or enough flowers or the respect that you deserve? I know it's cocky for someone to say that, but I just want to ask, like, from I'll tell you how I feel about it, but I want to hear it from you. You feel that?
I don't think I just think respect. I don't think flowers.
You feel that you've been respected enough?
Not necessarily. Like, you know, it's not just me. Like, MONATE is not just me. It's my team. You know, people. There's a lot of people that put a lot of work in MONATE behind the scenes. You know, we might just be the face, maybe me and Logic and what, but you got guys like Ivalt, Matipe, he's there. These guys run the door. They also, you know, he's the first guy. You know, we didn't even know who Aluku Rebels was. You know, Matipe is the one who was like, yo, I need to jump on this because we can't know everything.
And you need those kind of people as well, man.
Those are our boys, and then, you know, so there's other people there. So it's not just, you know, people just think, oh, we're the face, or oh, I'm the face, or Logic's the face. No, but respect is very important. You know, the flowers is up to them, man. If they want to give flowers, you can't force somebody to give you flowers, but we're just doing the best for the community as much as it's for the culture as well. Mostly for the culture, because yes, everyone's trying to make money. Everyone's trying to get big, crabs in a barrel and everything, but you know, it has to start with the culture. It has to start with the community. You know, the UK is a very easy place for people to break and to not like, you know, to waste years here.
Yeah.
You know, the culture is different here. I can't speak for the culture, even though the culture stems from Zanzibar, but you know how the living here in the UK is, or the living in London is, and everything like that. So it's important that people don't get that mixed up.
Yeah.
It's important people understand that, oh, do you know, there's people out here who are actually trying to do something good.
Yeah.
And if you don't respect that, that's when I have a problem with it. I'm like, we're not trying to say don't do that or this and that because we know best. We're just like, respect it a little bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, you got to respect us as well, because we've put in a lot of work, and my guys have put in a lot of work, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of people, the DJs who've come through, bro, like we're talking, counted over time, 70 something DJs that have come through. You know, almost 17 female DJs who've come through. You know, we've been doing this for a long time, and you know, I'm not gonna sit here and say, yeah, we need flowers, but we just gotta respect it. And we are a representation of the culture. Yeah. So if you're respecting the culture, you gotta respect us. Or if you're respecting us, you gotta respect the culture.
Touching on the female subject, what do you think of the female DJs now in the scene, especially Amapiano? How do you feel about it? Do you think it's a good thing? What's your take on it?
It's difficult because I've never been an advocate of DJs jumping on a trend. I've always believed that like a DJ should bring out their art. You know, I'm such a fan, like Golden Lady. My God, Golden Lady was doing house music. She can juggle the boats. She's amazing.
I've seen the journey.
Moves into Ianos. Bro, come on, we just watched that happen. Yeah. Okay, she's absolutely amazing, but she can evolve to the next stage. But you know, it's difficult when now you do have an influx of female DJs who are obviously driven by what they see in the culture back home, and people are like, oh no, because that female DJ, or she's wearing a groove out top and she's dancing like this. So let me do the same thing. Yeah. And it takes away from what actually being a DJ is. It's an art.
Do you think that happens mostly with female DJs than with male guys like DJs? Or do you think it goes?
I think absolutely. I think it's more difficult. We have to say, you know, for the longevity of female DJs, it's a lot more difficult. These are stats that are there. It's not easy because, you know, families, you know, women predominantly end up being the ones to have to look after their families and stuff. It's not easy. Yeah. Female DJs do have it a lot harder, which is why we took that drive to be like, let's try and showcase a lot more. Ages ago, DJs, the first female DJ we had was Marisa Gassman. Yeah. That's one of the first MONATE. People didn't even know who that is. Yeah. She came from America, you know, got from America. So we saw that and we're like, they deserve their flowers, absolutely, because to do it. But now, because it's become a trend, then there's no effort. There's not a lot of effort going into it. The people that were doing it because they were like, this is an art, you see them thriving. I don't even have to mention names. I've already said over there, like Golden Lady and stuff. They're thriving because they realize that this is an art. But then there's people that are just doing it because obviously they're like, yo, all I have to do is put on headphones, stand there and look sexy and dance to music. But no, it's not how it works. You're not going to last. And the people, you can't fool the people. The people love music. When they leave there, they might dance with you and everything, but when they leave there, you've made no change in their life. And they're not going to pay the next event to come and see you. So that's the sad part of it. But it also separates the great from the, you know, so there are some amazing female DJs. There are some. Yeah, you got Lebo in Manchester there.
Lebo artist,
come on. Look at her.
Lebo, I remember when in Chelsea.
Yeah.
MONATE Chelsea, she was
singing.
Singing there, yeah.
She was singing.
Yeah, I don't think she was DJing at that time.
No, she wasn't DJing.
I think the love was still there.
Yes. But imagine that. The fact that she realized that she can then
be versatile.
And then move into
cut me off.
No shitting.
No shitting, bro.
It's all good.
Nah, bro, it's been dope hanging with you. Thank you for coming to my platform, man.
Thank you for even having me.
But is there anything that you want to cough out of your chest? I'm still recording this.
Do you know what, man?
If there's anything that you, as Khaya, want to say.
No, man. Just like, people got to keep on pushing. We can make this. The UK scene is nowhere where it should be. Yeah. You know, and not saying I'm perfect, not saying anyone's perfect or who's at fault, but we can do a lot better.
True.
But we need to stick together.
Do you think we are together? Because I think we are getting more divided. I don't know why.
Yeah, absolutely. No, we are getting more divided because people are in a hurry. People want the quick buck. Like,
so you think it's money that's dividing us?
Absolutely, money and clout. Like, what needs to be separated is the people that do this for the passion and the people that do this for the thing. The people that do this for the passion just stick together, like together, and they will override any negativity. Absolutely, like that's completely. You can't stand with that. The sound will always lead you.
Yeah.
So that's my only thing, man, is to encourage. You know, lately I've just thought, you know, we've got to think of the positive aspects and not just focus on the negative.
Yeah.
There's some amazing people out there, amazing DJs who've done this for years. I could sit and mention them, including you know, and you amalgamating, doing something different. You're now, you know, you're giving people like myself a platform just to speak and to be heard. And that's fantastic.
Because I'm a true believer of just being original. Like you said, the trend thing. I feel like if we're all doing the same thing, then we're not giving people what they deserve. You know what I mean? We're not really exploring.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, it's difficult to get someone who works a job here in the UK. People work hard here, man.
Yeah.
People do freaking 12-hour long shifts, 8-hour shifts.
Yeah. In
the cold weather. We're not in thing. We have winter most of the year.
Yeah.
You know, people have to look after their children.
Yeah.
Or people have to do their uni work, and you know, like, people must come out. You must make people want to come out.
Yeah.
You can't expect people to come out, and that's where we are now.
Yeah.
When I go back to those parties, when I was saying, like the ones we're doing in Ipswich and what, people were traveling from Leeds to come to Ipswich. We were traveling from Ipswich to travel to Leeds to go. It's like it filled up a stadium, bro.
Yeah.
You know, people forget that.
That right now,
Bradford.
Yeah.
That's not happening. People are filling up with, like, people jumping up and they're going crazy when people fill up with 1,000. How many was Stratford Rex taking?
Right.
Stratford Rex had Christos.
Yeah.
Had Oskido.
Yeah.
Had Stratford Malaika.
Bro.
You know what I mean?
My figures all
the figures all everyone. Stratford Rex. We're talking, that was crazy. It can be done again. Obviously, demographically, because of the numbers, it's more difficult. But there's a new generation that's here. And we're talking, that was about 15 years ago.
Yeah.
The kids who were 15 years those days, who were born through, who were born here, are now 30. And they don't have an identity, a lot of them. Yeah. Some of them come to MONATE, they're like, oh my God, I didn't even know.
I didn't even know about
this.
I
don't even know about this, okay?
Yeah, it's crazy. Even when I go to MONATE and I said to somebody, yo, do you want to come with me? We're going to MONATE, and they're like, what is that? I'm like, are you serious?
There you go.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so things like that, I think, it shows that something is not...
And like, don't want to make it like a commercial thing.
Yeah.
We want it to be through the Whisper campaign.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning something like that to me and saying
because that's how
shouldn't be easily accessible.
No, it shouldn't be easy. Like, that's what we wanted. Yeah. It's because then it creates a cult following. People feel like, yo, I belong there. It's not like you just go online and then you see 10 flyers up every day and stuff like that. That works for another business model. It works. But for what we're trying to build, which is also because of the settings of the music, house music. Yeah. It's not out there. Like, we're playing different type of music, you know. Yeah. But like-minded people come together. If you see what just happened, I think Addicted to House just did, you saw in Joburg, they just did house music in conference. I've never seen it. Crazy. I think it was
things like that is needed, bro.
100%. But the flyer wasn't out. There was no flyer. Or the flyer came out.
Do you think people relax in terms of promoting? Because like they just think people know. Because I think once you take that for granted, then people, you know, you end up losing because you're thinking, oh no, people will come. They know what MONATE is, but you still need to grind.
People are using the conventional methods. People think you put it up on Instagram and it's done.
No, it's not.
No, it's not, bro. And not only that, there are people that don't want to see something everywhere. Yeah. There are people that feel so proud and so happy that they're like, yo, I just got invited to. Someone just told me that there's this event. Oh, apparently they're not out there like that. Let's go there. Yeah. Bruh, it makes you feel...
Bro, it would be criminal not to mention this. What did you think of Maxhosa?
Oh my God.
What did you think of... Yeah. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it because I had an event. I was going to go, but then we clashed. I couldn't make it.
I'm so happy you brought that up. Yeah. Because it's still sinking in.
Yeah.
It's still sinking in. No,
bro,
man,
I saw it from a distance.
Yeah.
I saw it from a distance and I was like, wow.
Yeah, like that is, it's still sinking in. We're still even talking about it now. Like we just talked with the boys like, yo, that was crazy. And to watch, and Laduma is, we don't look at him like Laduma is a friend, you know. Like, you know, we know him through, you know, Jadu and, you know, the guys, and, you know, to be part of that, to see him grow and to see the brand grow, but then to actually be part of that, you know, it opened up a whole different side of things. You know, like now we're even more focused on the sound. Where we've now got our own equipment. Like we're really focusing on sound. We're doing sound engineering courses as we speak.
That's fucking
and stuff.
Good, man.
You know, we the logistics of it, which behind that, you know, so they helped us to another stepping stone. Which is not just, oh, you know what, just gonna do gigs, you know. There's a lot more in the pipeline. But that was fantastic. Man. And to see that South African clothing brand in Burlington Arcade,
bro,
Piccadilly.
You know, I met Laduma at MONATE Chelsea. Yeah. I remember I was walking with, I didn't even know who he was. We're in the train and we're just talking, and it's like, I'm Laduma, I'm doing this. He tells me about his mom. I design clothes and what. And next thing I hear about,
such a humble man, right?
I'm like, very down to earth, and people's person, not big headed, friendly. And when I saw it, man, I was like, wow, that's amazing. I think Logic played there, didn't he?
Yeah, Logic played. Yeah, 100%.
The boy's doing well, man.
No, he's pushing. He's just, you know, he's I'm so proud of him, man. You know, doesn't like you when I speak like this, speaking like a young brother. He is though. So and I'm just like so proud of him, because it's important that for him it's the art again. It's growth.
Does he see the vision that you see for him?
Because
I've got a feeling that you have
a greater vision,
greater vision that you see. You're like, yo.
Yeah, sometimes I have to sort of like drill it into him, because he's another humble guy. He's just a humble guy thing, and I'm like,
apologetic.
Do you understand? Like, do you understand where you've come from
about it,
and where you are and where you're going? And sometimes it does take some, you know, but he's getting there to the point that he's understanding, because you do have to believe in it and say, look, I am gonna be that next guy, and there's no time limit. People think like everything has to be rushed. No,
you don't have to.
There's time. Like, do what you do at your pace. So
I'll try and get him on the show if
please,
possible,
man, 100%.
Is there anyone that you think I should get on the show? That's
on the show. There's too many.
Anyone?
Too many. I would. Let me think.
I won't put you in the spot. I might probably cut this part, but it's just
No,
brother to say, because at the moment it's difficult, because
I think you should have a producer like at Jazz or Andy Compton.
Okay.
And I could definitely assist with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you should have a British producer, Icon, who is thingy, because they have a wider perspective of this. And who resonates with also the culture. Yeah, I think so. I think.
And then locally.
Yeah,
the UK scene. If there's anyone that you think, of course, Logic is non-negotiable. Yeah, that one is gonna 100%. Happen. Get out here.
I think I would have fun watching Golden Lady. I think I'll have fun, because she cracks me out. She's feisty, that one. So I think I'd love to. Yeah, Golden Lady, 100%. She's very entertaining. She doesn't mince her words as well. So I really.
She's passionate about the game.
Absolutely.
If there's anyone who's passionate,
no, you should get Golden Lady about the game. 100%. And that one will do freaking a billion times more views and listeners.
No, you never know. You just never know, you know.
Trust me.
Yeah, when I thought, you know what, I'm gonna start at home, man. I need to start with the people that
appreciate
that were there. I can't be talking to, I don't know, celebrities that I can't resonate. So I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. From the ground up.
Let's go from the ground up, and then take it from there. And then later on, when things have grown a bigger, I'll call you back. Yeah,
got one.
Yeah.
You need to be interviewed right here in your seat at some point. Because you've got your time to DJ, and you've got a lot that you've seen. I think that would be good as well.
Yeah.
At some point, get someone, the lady who taught you how to do the games or whatever. Get her to interview. Yeah, man.
Nah, it's so good, man. Khaya, thank you very much for coming on my platform, man.
Brother.
I really appreciate
so much, man.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
I wish to see MONATE grow.
Thank you.
I wish to see the game grow as well.
Absolutely.
I wish we can work more as a unit. Do you know what I mean? I know it's not easy, but being divided for me, I don't think it's going to help much. But I wish we can be a bit...
We just got to try harder.
Yeah.
So Rome wasn't built in a day, but as long as we each try harder, and heads will be bumped at some point and what. But if we're all for the common goal, which is the culture and the music, one of the two or both, we can't lose.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
And if people can be more original, I think we're gonna be okay. Absolutely. Instead of, because I see that the culture in SA, rather than being inspired, we copy.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is what's making it harder, because when you book Waffle, it's hard for you to choose who am I gonna book, because everyone is trying to be Waffle.
Yeah, exactly.
When you book, I don't know, Maporisa, it's like
everyone's trying to be Maporisa.
But if you can have those individuals, people doing their own thing.
Their own thing, yeah. And that's you hit it spot on. That's where we need to be. That's where we need to go.
Yeah.
Ah, come on, brother.
Yes,
sir.
That was dope.